So we've had a request to watch some Hades games, and if we're going to watch any Hades, probably one of the best Hades players, if not the best Hades player, is DoD Firefox. So we're going to be watching his. He hasn't played some for a couple of days, so this is one from, I don't know, just under a week ago, I think. He's playing against No Brainer, who is a very, very strong player. I think he was around my level, like 16 to 1700 for a while, and now he's like 1900. So he's really improved pretty recently. But we're going to be watching Firefox, who is a top 5 player for sure on the ladder. So we'll see what he can do. He is going for the classic Hades build at this point, which is bringing all of your villagers down to the gold mine. Do need to swap these boys around so we got them on the right way. And a couple to the wood, luring the gazelles underneath the TC, where Firefox is down right now. A little bit of lag right there. Hopefully that doesn't come through. My computer just does that sometimes. And then it's off for the Catastropus to find out what is this map. And the map is Elysium. So Elysium has the forward gold mines more often than not. And we'll see what Firefox can make work there, because Hades pretty much wants to be defensive most of the time. Let's have a pretty quick temple time, about 135. That one goes up once that 15 favor. Get his Vault of Erebus tech. And this town center, oof. I said that this is a pretty aggressive map sometimes because of the gold mines, but this town center has so much food on it. There's even food in front. There's a deer spawn here. We've got some berries here, and berries and deers on the side. This is, I mean, if you drop a sentinels here, get your kind of just a couple of units to defend, it could be a pretty nice spot for Firefox to just set up camp. And we'll see if that is what he decides to do. I know that's like the Hades bread and butter, really. If you're someone that likes a defensive pick, then Hades is probably it. So I think I got a comment asking for this. I think it's because a lot of people say Hades is a really good beginner-friendly god. And to be honest, I find Hades really hard. I don't know where that nomenclature came from, that Hades is easy. But he's kind of... Maybe it's because he's one-dimensional, is quite often he wants to go for the defensive style. And if you get to the late game, you're probably going to be in a pretty good spot if you haven't lost too much. So maybe that's why, and you kind of get there a little bit quicker than everybody else because of Vault of Erebus. But I think most of the time he wants his 2 TCs. You can play him like Zeus if you want to and be a bit aggressive, but then why would you do that when you could get Vault of Erebus? You could go forward with your Ajax, with your Achilles and whatnot, put some pressure on. And that's a 4-minute build, getting Vault of Erebus in as you advance. This is a pretty ridiculous build. So well played to Firefox there, and I think he wants this TC. If you go for a 4-minute advance time, what can the Eranos do? The Eranos could, if he knows that a 4-minute build is coming to get a second town center, he can go for that 3-minute build, drop a barrack straight away, get a couple of hero Mamillos out, run them straight over here with the Carnivora, drop it down, have the Caladria to slow down the units, and maybe you can stop it. But I still think 4 minutes, maybe, I don't even think that's possible to stop that TC. So Firefox got this build down. Also, if that does happen, you can just delay it. It isn't the biggest of deals. You can just get your Ajax out, get your Achilles out, and then grab that town center just a little bit later on anyway. But it's getting a lot of gold in the bank, so I think he wants to go for the Achilles anyway, because you're going to end up getting the leftover gold anyway. So go for the Achilles. He's spotting what's happening in No Brainer's base, and he's going for a very late advance time. So I've literally just started playing Eranos today, and when I played against Hades, I just copied what Kavoth said. I watched a Kavoth video quite a while ago, where if the Hades goes 2 TCs and Eranos goes 2 TCs, then Hades is probably going to win. So why not just stay 1 TC? And if you're going for an early advance time to put pressure on, that's an option. But you could also just go for this late of an advance time, like a 5-minute, with both your hand axe and pickaxe, which is what I did this morning. And I think I won both Hades matchups. Obviously, I'm not playing against Firefox. I don't think I would win that. But still, so that is what No Brainer is going for. But didn't get the hand axe pickaxe. And of course, Firefox does want to go for this TC to get his Ajax out. Got his free Minotaur, and he is just going to be absolutely chilling These wood lines are brutal for him, though, so he does have to watch out for what No Brainer will go for. Sky Pass is getting dropped down on the backside, just in case some aggression comes through. But he should be able to grab these deers for free. I mean, I don't see Firefox getting any units over there for probably the next couple of minutes, unless he goes for a rogue stable early doors, but I don't expect to see it. He's actually going for the least defended deer first, while there's no real units out. You might as well get as much of this deer as you possibly can, and he's also doing it on this side. So saying, these ones you need some units out for, and then when the units do come, I'll come back to the chickens, I'll come back to the berry bushes, got plenty of pigs. This is a bit easier to defend. I don't know what the wood line looks like, neither does Firefox. Potentially you can wall up this, and the Zom comes down. Can you see any more? Looks like the Zom does not notice. But Mamillo are going to be coming through for No Brainer. But there is a Minotaur here, there is an Ajax. I assume Achilles will be coming in very, very soon, and a very cheeky wall. A very cheeky wall. Oh, walling the whole thing. I thought it was just going to be like a nice kind of V-shape wall to stop him being attacked from the front. It's just walling up the entire thing. Probably just the front one, unless he's going to do this one too. That's wild. I love it. It's kind of a throwback to what players used to do on the old game, where they would where they would do this, where they would wall up their sentry towers. Whereas you don't really see it much anymore. Normally players would just kind of wall this, maybe whack a couple of houses around the sentry tower, and job done. But walling used to be so cheap, and it used to be very, very quick, that players would do that all the time. Firefox, why? You know, it used to work. Why does nobody do it anymore? That's what he's saying. And even though he knows he's against 1 TC Aranos, which is probably as aggressive as you can probably get, he's saying, no, I'm 2 TC and I still want to go up to the next stage. I mean, Aphrodite does just do basically a set amount of damage with her curse. So, I mean, that does level the playing field a little bit. But I imagine he just wants Heroic Age because he wants those counter units. He wants those Heltas to deal with the Terma. He wants those Apaspers to deal with the Mamillos. And it's been 7 minutes 30, so he's been here, basically almost finished the deer. And, yeah, No Brainer doesn't have enough. It's because he's split. I was going to say, 8 minutes is a great time to attack a 2TC player, because you basically have an advantage like this, especially if the opponent doesn't build any units. But it looks like he's split his forces up, kind of going up on this side with a couple of units down on this side. Does manage to force Firefox off both positions, which is nice. Does take a couple of villagers down. But Firefox now has his watchtowers in, and these villagers should be able to get out pretty easily. And the walls are working pretty well. But this is what we're saying. Firefox can now just go back to these gazelles that aren't touched. If he would have gone for these first, and then the attack comes in, he just can never go for these until he gets a decent amount of army out, which it feels like he doesn't want to go for. He still only has a temple. Often when I watch these games, I hit my all military hotkey, so you can see all of the buildings. Firefox has no buildings. He has a temple. And the Achilles. It's Achilles versus the world, apparently. And the Prometheans are going to run away. And Achilles comes back. And now Firefox is sitting underneath his town center with his pigs. He wants to wall up this side. This is kind of the more standard wall that we see nowadays. Just a normal wall right in front. What is this game? Oh, of all the Hades games to pick, we pick a no building in 9 minutes game. Unless this is all of them. Aphrodite is going to be very, very close. Is there an armory? There is a market. So one force drop can get up to the next stage pretty quick. I imagine, yeah, he'll force drop after with the right click. And now the Archaic Age upgrades come in to get even more eco in. And it's basically, I mean, it's up to No Brainer, the Aranos, at some point to just pressure this. One thing Aranos can't really do in the Classical Age is take down buildings. He really struggles with it. The only option to take down buildings really... I mean, the Prometheans are decent, actually. He didn't go the other way, so Prometheans are fine against buildings, but maybe they don't tank them for very long. His best option is get destroyers. But, I mean, that's a lot of resources to spend getting up to the next stage. That's what I've been doing, to be honest, when I've been just pressuring the Hades, is get some quick quick wins off with just a couple of units running around to the deers and whatever, and then hit a big attack. So maybe that is what No Brain is going for as well. Whether or not he's gone for a second town center at some point, but either way, Firefox doesn't care. If the Iranos went for the second TC after he's scouted everything, he scouted it about 4 minutes ago. So it's like, oh, if he grabbed a second town center later, I mean, he's just winning. So he really doesn't care about that. And now he's just sitting back, chilling, getting his Aphrodite in. And here the buildings come. Military Academy on the way. And Hippaspis, I assume, going to be built right off the bat. And potentially an archery range to get some Peltas for if the Terma do come. I don't think we saw any Terma. Also, 5 on the favor, which is a great shout for Firefox if he wants to get more Nemean Lions in. The one thing he doesn't have is another gold mine. He's 900 gold left on this gold mine, so the Iranos could be looking for a gold starve. Although it is hard to gold starve a Hades because he does get that 2.5 villages worth or whatever it is of gold per second. So yeah, it's very hard to gold starve him, and the rates for the market are pretty good because nothing's been sold yet. And it looks like that is what No Brain is going for. It does have sky pastures all along the front. 1 back at home, then 2 forward to kind of move his army wherever he needs to. So we've got Divine Blood coming through, which is villagers do everything quicker. The only time I ever excited about a curse was when Der Super Sergeant cursed Einhajib's 50 animals of set and he got 50 pigs. What a great trade. And it looks like No Brainer. He showed his army though. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing you can really do to counter it. You've seen its mass Prometheans. I mean, Firefox is going to have his 3 heroes out anyway, so maybe it's not a big deal. But he did see something else. Was it pure Mamilo? I wasn't really paying attention. I was just seeing the big Prometheans come in. But the other option is get myth units. So if you only have 3 heroes, the other answer to myth units is myth units, and that is what he's going for. Looks like this gold mine's pretty close. If Firefox can sneak a fortress, I mean, I was going to say sneak a fortress like maybe here, but not even sneak one, just plant one right next to the gold mine. There is an oracle here. No, Firefox saw it for a split second. So it is here, and it's got 30 seconds on this fortress, but No Brain's army is massive. And there is the curse going to come in, the chaos coming in, the restoration to deal with that, and just go for the fortress, man. Just go for the fortress. You've got all the Prometheans there. It could have taken it out so quick. Is going to go for that one. Shockwave as well on the myth units. Make sure that doesn't happen. And who's winning this fight? I mean, there's so many Prometheans. What is Chiron, Achilles, and the crew going to do about it? Looks like there's no other units that deal damage. There's only Termas. Need some Mamillos in to deal with the Ajax, deal with the Achilles. On the backside, the fortress is going up. 30 seconds left, bringing more villagers even. Does also have 50 favor to drop down a Sentinels whenever this finishes. And it looks like 15 seconds left on it. Minotaur coming in. The Paspis aren't really cutting it against the Prometheans, though. Once the Mamillos are gone, they're just not as good as Hoplites. 8 seconds left on it. And this is a big moment for No Brainer and Firefox, whether or not he can get this one in. And it looks like it is going to finish. Zom comes down immediately, of course. And the villagers sit in here. And we've said there's no real siege weapons. These are the siege weapons, but there is triple hero. How many heroes are left? Looks like Ajax has just come back, but Chiron's been sitting here. 2,500 damage from the Chiron, and he's barely been touched. 19 kills on the Chiron. Just one-man army back here. Firefox drops his gold mine, or drops his storehouse on the gold mine. Fortunately, villagers, they fancy chopping wood instead, thinking the gold mine's a little bit too unsafe. But oh well, and No Brainer tried to hit the big timing to stop the gold mine, but Firefox just builds a fortress in his face. Love the Minotaur pathing. Yeah, I assume there was some funny pathing around the berry bushes when you have myth units. They're a little bit rough, but still, No Brainer's going for a pretty similar comp. It's Terma with the Prometheans, and it's great for everybody except for Chiron. Like the Terma, how many shots on Chiron are the Terma going to take to actually take that guy down? They're just ignoring him. 29 kills and a dream now. Chiron, not even half HP. And this has basically just been the game of heroes. Had the early heroes to defend this side, and now Chiron comes in. The one thing is the eco numbers are pretty much the same. So that's just been, some have been raided. Also, some of the Aranos just builds villages quicker. Just Aranos things. Oh, the boys. No, they're fine. They're fine. They're just practicing their trotting. Don't worry about it. Cantering. Galloping, let's say. Used to ride horses a long, long time ago. I should know what that motion is. But actually, No Brainer comes in with a pretty big army again. It's still the same. It's still pure Termite. There's now Cantarius in, though. Cantarius will be able to take down a fortress that's not finished. And unupgraded Peltas on this backside. Firefox microing it pretty well, though. Is going for the shift-click micro, which, even though the Peltas has less of them, the Termite just takes so damn long to shoot. You kind of need to move them along and then shoot again, rather than just sit there stationary. This doesn't work out very well for him. Fortress does go up. Is there second Zom? Second Zom in 5 favors time. And the fortress, 300 HP, but no siege weapons. He is in the next age, though. Did manage to get to Chaos. Obviously, we saw the heavy Cantarius come through. We just didn't see any destroyers. Just a couple. Literally just a couple of destroyers in. Would have been able to stop that fortress. And the Firefox villagers just grabbing this one. He's just determined. He needs this spot. He's not sneaking anything else. He needs this. He's got no gold left to actually repair the fortress, which is why all the boys stop. Need to garrison them in. But with second Zom coming in, No Brainer has to retreat. Yes, the destroyers did come in. They were just a little bit late. But the Firefox villagers do need to grab this gold mine. And the eco numbers are so close. Also, these villagers have done nothing for ages. Absolutely nothing. Moose part of the Saddle Club. I don't know why. I don't know why that tickled me. Yeah, I rode horses till I was like, I don't know, 7 till like 19. I used to drive horses as well, like horse and carriage. That was another life though, like 15 years ago. How old am I? 33. Yeah, a long time ago. No Brainer is coming in with the attack somewhere else, which is a great option. Because, I mean, Firefox has done so much damage. Oh, not so much damage. He's done no damage. But he's got so many fortresses here. Double Zom. The thing is, he does have a Zom back at home. And the Cantarius are going to be taken down by Lone Hoplite plus Zom in the backline. The Prometheans are still a good option, though. I think for No Brainer, he needs to get some value with these guys. And Firefox does garrison back in. And it's just a pure building affair. He's now on this gold mine, though. I mean, what can No Brainer realistically do apart from just wait to be full population? He's got 179 pop because he must have a relic somewhere. Rather than just keep coming in with these kind of pop shots where the Sentinels are going to get max value. Like, all of the Sentinels together have 18 kills and 3k damage. And that doesn't count the ones that have been taken out. So I think No Brainer needs to wait a second. Because maybe he's thinking he needs to go now because Firefox is on 2 TCs and he doesn't want to let him gather the gold. But the thing is, they're just getting so much value, all of these things. Maybe No Brainer doesn't have the eco on the backside. His queue's full, though. The Arcus are coming in, kind of forced into Arcus. Would probably want some Satyrs, but instead going for the Promethean angle still. Is this the same Chiron that hasn't died? Why is there no one going after this man? He's on an absolute tear. A streak of 42 kills, 43 kills, 44 kills. He's finally going to go down. 45 kills, 47 kills. Look at him go. He's still got 90 HP on this backside. He's not going to be touched. Still 80 HP. The Cantarius trying to dive him. Only one on him. He can even garrison in this point. And Chiron, the absolute hero of this. The destroyers are good against Chiron, though. So Chiron finally goes down. But what a guy. You can build him again as well. It isn't like that's it. He's not a son of Osiris. You can build that boy back in. He's straight back to the front line is Chiron. I think Chiron's the difference maker, to be honest. It is literally one shot, one kill. Promethean offspring down each time. Villagers, I wasn't even paying attention to this. We were kind of, I don't know, we were simping on Chiron a little bit. But citizens chasing the villagers away, trying to get back here. guess the Firefox villagers wanted to sneak another gold mine. Maybe that's what he was doing. I can't imagine anything else. You wouldn't want to sneak the deers. You just build farms at this point. Unfortunately, they are going to get caught out a little bit, but the hoplites here are going to do a pretty nice job. There are some no-brainer citizens too. What a wild game this is. From such a slow start to just everything happening at once. Also, Firefox, I said the wood lines on this map are god-awful, and they're basically... He needs to gather wood right next to the gold mine, and one Cantarius comes in to try and stop these villagers. That's going to do quite a lot. They do have their equipment to survive, the villagers, but the fortress will be going up in the face. Look how quickly this builds. And Firefox does win that one. No-brainer thinks he can't do anything once this fortress is up. There's no stopping it. And what a wild game. Battle of the Chiron. Did he have a relic? Did he have a relic? He had no relics. Absolutely 0 relics. Nothing. Oh, you mean, did No-brainer have a relic? Where's his temple? I can't swap to his perspective now, so I can't find it. Ooh, there it is. He had, obviously the town center population and a favor trickle, so nothing game-changing.